Hey friends, we are on to the third video of my version of Stamptember. If you're new to my channel or you haven't watched the other two videos, I was inspired by the Stamptember kind of series that Simon Says Stamps puts together in the month of September, where they introduce all new stamps. Well, I have purchased a few stamps myself in the last 6 months, so I decided to pull all those new stamps and just play with them. And so the cards that you'll be seeing from me will be me creating card sets from two stamps that I had purchased recently. So with this one, I wanted to use the scoop, and this one is a stamp set plus a die that I purchased in Pink and Main. Now, I am not sponsored by any of these companies. I just purchased them. I thought that these items or these specific products were cute, and so I bought them with my own money. Now, the items that I'm using for my cards are mainly from my scrap stash. I figured that since I'm already using some new items, I don't want to have to like incorporate any other new items in from my stash. So all of these are from my scrap stash, the card stocks and the pattern papers. The scallop frame that I've been using in my card sets are all from a blueprints die from Diversion. Sorry, no, not Diversion. My Favorite Things. And then I believe I used some nested square dies for the layering of the diamond here, and then some pattern paper. Now I have a stamp set from, I think, oh man, I'm totally blanking. Forgot where this stamp, the sentiment came from. If I find it, I'll make sure to link that in the description box below, or at least mention it in the comment section. But I have this kind of summer themed just sentiment stamps, and it has like, anything is popsicle, warmest wishes, like some kind of like water sentiment. But I thought that it would be really cute to go with summer themed cards, and that's what I used for this. The only thing that I used in this scoop die or scoop stamp set is the images, because I don't know, I find the sentiment was a little too small for my liking, especially with my A2 size card. So I went with a different one. Now, I was showing you that I cut out some more items for another card, and this one's going to be for the boy one. And while I was at it at cutting this scallop for this background, I also cut the square for the other card, because I figured it's not going to show anyways, so might as well cut a part of that for my other card. Now I'm just layering these rectangles that I did cut with my nested die that I purchased in Amazon, and then I'm going to put the ice creams along with the little boy to go with this card. Now, I could have put those two scoop ice creams onto the left instead of the right, just because he's holding the other scoop onto his, like they would be too close together. But I did not want the yellow scoop to go really close to the yellow cardstock, if that makes any sense. So I'm finicky with details like that. So I don't know. Tell me in the description box below if you would have done it the same way I did, or if you would have switched those ice cream scoops, just so that they will look better alongside with the little boy. So that is going to be my card set number 1 using the scoop die, and there will be some close-ups at the end. For finishing touches with this particular card set, I did use my shimmer pen from Nuvo and just added some shimmer to all of the images that I have colored in. If I haven't mentioned it before, I do use some Spectrum Noir markers to color in all of the images that you see here. That's my favorite coloring medium right now. I am like trying to step up my game with the coloring, making sure that I use different colors. I am not at the part yet where I am good at blending things, so I'm just really slowly working myself to that level, but I do like the coloring part. And then for my final card for this series and also for this video, I pulled out the waffle flower Be Him, X Big Bird, Big Bear and Bird set. I think it's Be Him because there's a her one, and I just purchased this one just because I thought that the animals here were pretty cute. And I know that there's a trend right now in the card making industry where they're using slimline cards, and so I wanted to try that out, and I thought that they were perfect because the images are really big. I don't think that it will work with the A2 size card, and so I figured that I would do a slimline so I can incorporate all of the three images. Now, because they were critters, I felt like, oh, I needed to create a grass to so that they would have a place to, it will be a place for them that they will be coming out from. And so I used my lawn fawn grass dye and used some pattern paper for it, and then I'm going to be layering the grass on the bottom. Again, all of the pattern papers that I use are from my scraps, and I just love how pulling out pattern papers from your scraps helps you, especially if you're a card maker, helps you to just use up those little bits of paper since your medium or the area that you're creating is smaller than a layout. And so I just decided to adhere the colored images just onto the paper, not adhering any adhesives or foam adhesive rather onto it. And then again, I just used my Spectrum Noir. It does look like I kind of blended them, but it's just one single layering of color that I used. And then I just fussy cut those little images. I don't have a die set to go with this, but I felt like they were big enough that my hands won't hurt if I do fussy cut them. And I'm just adding a few of those little touches to my animals. I thought that it made them cute. And I'm inking up the edges of it just because I don't know, I felt like it would be nice to have them inked. Now my card base is, I believe it's a 4 inch length or height, and then 8-inch width. And then because my images are really big, I needed a small sentiment for this. Not like anything big because the images already takes up a lot of space. And so I decided to use the warmest wishes, the same warmest wishes that I used for one of the cards in my previous card set. But I found that me using textured cardstock as the place where I'm going to stamp it, I can't do it just once. I have to do it a few times, and so I decided to get my Tim Holtz stamp positioner, and then I'm just using my favorite things, black hybrid ink. That is what I use for all of my black inking because I find that that's really good. Like, it gives a really good impression even with this textured cardstock. And that's going to be my title, Warmest Wishes. Now, I felt like there was something missing for this card, and I went to Goodwill. That's like one of my favorite places to shop, and I found this balloon punch in their craft section, and I don't have a small balloon punch. I've always wanted one, and so I'm like, okay, I'll purchase it for just $1, and it was sitting on my table, and so I figured I would put that, and that would make this a card, or make this card like a legit birthday card image, or yeah, card. And because it was just the balloon, I figured I needed to get a pen so that I could make have the string, and then I'm going to add some finishing touches with my shimmer pen, and that's going to be it. Thank you so much for walking along or coming along with me as I do this my own version of Stamptember. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!